Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. Tonight we're going to make the easiest Christmas wreath ever. Do you have one of these evergreen wreaths? Do you have some mesh that you've been needing to use? Some ribbon that you think would look beautiful on a wreath? And then maybe some ornaments that you have left over? Well, if you do, this is the right wreath for you to make. Yes, this is for Christmas, but you could use this all winter long. So let's get crafty and make this together. It all starts off with some mesh, and we're gonna cut this mesh with a wood burner. Now, keep in mind, there is a glass cutting board underneath, and I'm using my wood burner. We're gonna cut this mesh about 10 to 12 inches each, just enough to add some curls to our wreath, all right? But never ever use a wood burner that's not on some sort of surface like a glass cutting board or a metal pan, because you will melt the cutting board behind it, the rotary cutter. Now, if you guys need one of these rotary cutters, if you need a wood burner, if you need a glue gun, I'm going to leave links through this video and you can click on them and order them from those links. Now, we're just going to do a simple curl. We're going to make sure the curl sides are up. You're going to roll in both sides of the mesh, right? And then you're going to just gather it together, and then you're going to take two pieces and we're going to kind of crisscross them. I kind of do this in my hand. Then you're going to find a spot on your evergreen wreath, and this makes it so easy. And keep in mind, you don't have to just use an evergreen wreath just at Christmas. You could use it for the fall, you could use it for the winter. I'm not sure, especially, it's a great wreath base. You could use it in the spring, but I would just probably cover up a little bit more of the green kind of look of it. But as you can see, it's just very simple. You don't have to get out any more zip ties. You don't have to get out any Chanel stems. And this is just a fun and very easy and simple wreath to make. Another option is if you bought the fine weave cut mesh from the wreath shop, and I will list that down below in the description box. I don't know if you saw a video we did about a month ago of that mesh. You don't have to cut any of it, and this would be the perfect wreath for that. If you want to make it even easier, and it's really priced really affordable. So we're going to do this and put it all around the wreath. You can make this as full as you want. You can add as much as you want, and you can add as little. And the reason why you can do that is because you already have a nice full evergreen wreath. Now, this evergreen wreath was around 30 inches. I can't remember where I got it. It may have come from Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but I'm not really sure. But I think that you understand, just you need one of these. And honestly, after Christmas time, these are going to be on clearance at all those stores. So make sure to check out the clearance aisles and stock up on a few. And so once you get as much mesh as you want, again, you can make it fuller, you can put it on the sides, but I feel like this just looks so pretty that it just really kind of takes a new life. And I love this green mesh. I think this is more of a kind of a moss green, but again, it's so pretty and it just gives a beautiful base for this wreath. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to make the main bow. And if you do not have a Pro Bow 4-in-1, this is probably my favorite. There's the Pro Bow the hand, which I love, but this makes everything so easy. So we're going to start off with dovetailing the end of our ribbon here. How to think about what that's called, ribbon, Julie. And then we're going to make about a 6-inch tail. And I always like to twist it before I put it down in between the two dowels. And we're going to go to the 6-inch mark. We're not going to have like long tails for this, but we are going to have a nice full bow here. Then you're going to go back and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. I can't remember where I got this particular ribbon. I may have gotten it from the wreath shop, but I had it on hand. This is actually a video I made over a year ago over on Amazon Live. And if you're not following me on Amazon Live and you like to watch live video, you really should. Make sure to subscribe while you're here. But we're going to do 2 loops on each side here. And then we're probably going to cut the tail here, but let's see. Again, this has been a year ago. Interesting, right? Oh, we're going to cut it and we are going to dovetail it, all right? I love this ribbon. And I actually still have this wreath. I'm actually donating it this year to our church. They always do a banquet for our widows and widowers. And so I take all the extra wreaths that I have at the end of the year and I donate it to them because they just love it. So, I forgot to put a wire, but I put a Chanel stem underneath there because that's what I usually start off with. And I don't know about you, but I love how like these mauvey and coral peachy colors have kind of come back in style. If you were around in 1993, you would know that peach was a hot color back then. But we're going to do another tail about 6 inches, maybe 5.5 inches long. But we're going to do a loop here at the 5 inch mark. So keep in mind, we did 2 loops at the 6 inch mark with the original ribbon. And then we are going to do with the next one 5 inch loops. So I think we're going to do another loop here and then we'll add a tail. And again, go back to the 5 inches and you just twist it and put it down in between the dowels. But again, if you want to get this Pro Bow, the hand or 4-in-1 bow maker, I will have it linked here on YouTube. That's what's really cool is YouTube lets us link products here on the screen and it makes it a whole lot easier for you guys to get all the tools that you love to get when you see me doing it. So we're doing 3 loops on each side. We're going to cut another tail. And again, we're going to dovetail it. If you don't know what dovetailing is, we just fold the ribbon like so and then cut it at an angle. And then we're going to do another one here with this kind of 1.5 inch. Keep in mind that when I do these particular bows, I'm always adding wired ribbon. I mean, you can do it without wired ribbon, but you're not going to have the structure that you need. You're going to do a tail about 5.5 inches here, and then you're going to go back and do another around 5 inch loop. Now, as you can see here, I kind of just did what looked good to me. But again, that's what I love about this particular bow maker is that you can do what you want and you can come up with a lot of bow recipes is what I call it. We have wreath recipes, which this is a new one, and we have bow recipes. So I hope you guys have had an amazing Thanksgiving. I know this is coming up Thanksgiving week, and I hope that you, if you're here in America, that's what we do. It's our first holiday that starts and gets us in the mood for Christmas. But we're going to add one more ribbon here that has wire as well. And again, you're going to start off with your tail and you've got that all set. We're going to do about a 4 inch tail there. We're going to twist it and put it on our wreath maker and then do about probably a 3.5 inch loop to a 4 inch loop. At this point, I'm kind of just doing it to what I think looks good. And I just love this kind of peachy pink color. I love all the mauves. I love how they've come back and really made a new statement. So we're going to do 2 loops on each side and then I believe we're going to cut a tail. So let's see. Do I cut a tail or do I make another loop? Nope, I cut a tail. I was right. So you're going to dovetail that and now we're going to put it all together and this is such an easy way to make a bow. And this is in real time, so it only took a few minutes to make this beautiful bow. And if you don't have this bow maker, I would highly suggest getting it. If you have one and you have a loved one that you want to get a really great Christmas present for, again, this is one of those must-haves for crafters. We're going to pull back that Chanel stem that I got, and then we're going to fluff out our bow. We're going to put it on the wreath. I tend to like to do my bows around the 11 o'clock place, but you can put your bow wherever you want, all right? I run it through this evergreen wreath, and then we will just have this as the time that we're going to fluff it out. But I just think that all this ribbon really came together beautifully. And I do think that I did get all this ribbon from the wreath shop. But again, I did this last year, so it's been a while, guys. I'm sorry. So just take your time, get your bow fluffed out, and it will come together beautifully. Now, are we done with the ribbon? Absolutely not. We need a little bit of ribbon to kind of decorate this wreath. So the main things you need are an evergreen wreath, mesh of your choice, whether it be poly burlap, fine weave mesh, deco mesh, any mesh will do. And then you're going to pick out your ribbons. And for me, I used 4 ribbons in this one, but you could absolutely just use 3 if you wanted, or just 1. You could keep it very simple. This is a great wreath to use all your leftovers on. Then we're going to take back that um, Pro Bow, the 4-in-1, and we're going to use this to measure our tails. So I just turn it around, and then we just cut a bunch of these tails at about the 9-inch mark here, and then I'm going to dovetail them. We're going to do this with all of the ribbon, and then we're going to make these little bundles, and it's just going to be really handy to do. So it's great to have the spool that holds your ribbon, and then you can cut it with using the measurements on this wreath making, bow making tool, which is phenomenal. I just love it. Then you're going to take it all and you're going to, let's see, we're going to make about probably 6 bundles here, 6 or 7. And then you're going to dovetail it, and you're going to then take it and we're going to twist it and show you how we layer them and put them on our wreath. Now, if you have not joined Julie's Biz Boutique, I know this is not for everybody. I realize that not everybody that watches this wants to sell their crafts, and that's okay. You don't need to, and that's all right. But there are some of you that do. And if you have ever wanted to join a business group, I would love to have you in Julie's Biz Boutique and start out 2026 in a great way. So I will leave that information down below, and I would love to have you. Now, we're going to take 3 ribbons here. I guess we didn't use all 4 ribbons, but we just picked out 3. And we are going to put these around our wreath. Again, the amount of these bundles that you make, totally up to you. So we're going to just use the evergreen branches, and then we're going to kind of fluff out our ribbon. But there you go. It's like adds such a nice, neat little pop of color in your wreath. And again, this is a great wreath for all those leftovers, right? Especially after Christmas. Even though this is not really Christmas colors, I think that this would be a pretty wreath to still keep on your door in January. So I'm going to add these all to our wreath here, and then we will add the finishing touches here in a moment. And the finishing touches are just stems that kind of look like they have glittered ornaments that I had from Hobby Lobby. But you could also use regular ornaments. I would recommend like the shatterproof kind. But definitely use any of the leftovers you have for any of the holidays. But this is such an easy one. And as you can see, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bundles. Again, you can even add a little bit more if you want, but that was enough for this particular wreath. Then at the end here, we're going to add these little ornaments that I have. And what I liked about these, I always get them when Hobby Lobby has them during the Christmas season. Because I love that the picks themselves have wire in it, and then I can just put it down into the wreath and just wrap around the wreath frame with this. So it makes it really simple. But I hope you enjoyed this wreath. I hope that you are enjoying Julie's Wreath Boutique here on YouTube. Make sure you join and subscribe. And did you know that we have a community part here on YouTube, and that you can now post your pictures of any of the wreaths you made? If you haven't joined any of my free crafting groups on Facebook, I will link them down below. We have 2. One is called Julie's Wreath Boutique, the official group, and the other one is called Craft, Create, Connect. I would love to have you there. And I'd also love to have you on our email list. Make sure to check out the description box for any of that information. But listen, isn't this beautiful? Now, if you watch this whole wreath, I want you to leave me your favorite smiling emoji in the comments. I always love to see your comments and engage with you, and get to see who's behind the screen, so to speak. But I think this turned out beautifully. You enjoyed tonight's video. Even though this is an easy craft to make, it's a great one to have in your kind of repertoire of crafting favorites. Make sure to save this and watch this playlist that I have some really fun projects for you to make. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you here next week on Julie's Wreath Boutique. Have a wonderful day.